Just instruct me to point or anything you want me to do.
All right, guys, we are in Harlan County, Kentucky. I had a friend who drove a long way to be here with me today. He wanted to go Bigfooting. Took a walk, about 11-hour drive for you, roughly.
Yes, sir.
And we've found a few tracks already, but now we've kind of found what we think is a family unit. And we say that because if you'll see right there, that is a very large track. You can actually see the push point in it, which is non-human push point. And if we look over here now, we have got a young, what we would say would be a juvenile track right here. You can actually see a little bit of a toe definition right in there that is going that way. And that big track is also going that way, but we have what we would assume is a female track, which is coming back this way. That track there has really got some definition in it. The track, what we say, almost 5.5, 6 feet apart from this track to the next one.
Yes, sir.
So this is what we think is the female track. And then the next one is all the way up here. And you can see a little bit of the push point right there. So in this one little place here, probably not even a 7x7 square, we've got 4 Bigfoot tracks in this one little mud hole.
From 3 individual Bigfoot.
From 3 different Bigfoot. I don't count the one we found down back when we first come this way.
Correct.
Which we found 3 or 4 tracks there.
Correct.
And I know you see these 4-wheeler tracks and all that kind of stuff, but this is a gated area. This has been rode by an official, just checking the road to make sure there was no trees in it, and who knows how long it's been. You're not allowed to really do any hunting or anything like that back here. There's no houses for miles. And it's actually a good place for Bigfoot. Guy, would you like to tell us just a little bit of what you think about what we found so far?
I've been stunned that Thomas has talked me through this and has now taken me into the woods, and without much effort, if you will, not much climbing up and down mountains or anything like that, we're in Bigfoot country. And it's right here, laid out in black and white. Very wide footprints. These are not human beings. These are not people who had their shoes off. The aspect ratio of the length of these tracks to the width is not.
They're out of the human range.
I'm not a human anatomist. I'm a retired chemical engineer. I do know a lot of the sciences, but I'm using scientific principles, if you will, not human anatomy training, to look at this footprint and say, that's not human. It's not human. What is it? It's Sasquatch, Bigfoot.
Has to be.
You prefer.
It just has to be. And this would also show us that if we are correct in saying that is a male, and these smaller, more narrow ones are a female and a young one, that means there's a good breeding population here somewhere. I mean, they're having offspring.
Correct.
So they're producing offspring, so they're continuing the life cycle and growing.
And what I see of these hills of, I don't know if you want me to divulge.
Eastern Kentucky?
Eastern Kentucky. Where we are looks like the other acres and square miles and hills after hills after hills. And you guys know that if you're really wildlife savvy, you know that everything is a master of its own environment. This big animal can hide from us and we never know it's out there. Are we being watched right now, Thomas? I mean,
we wouldn't know it.
Know. Unless that animal gets up and moves or
makes a sound. Yeah, we wouldn't know.
We'll never even know. But they may be just looking at us being totally amused as to what they're witnessing.
So look at them guys looking at my foot track.
So my point was, this landscape that looks like what we're in is vast.
No houses.
I have no problem believing that there are enough Bigfoots in here. You know, they know the Joneses are over here and the Smiths are over here and the Wilsons are over here, and there's no inbreeding that's
Don't look like they would be in this area, no.
No.
And there's no houses there's no houses on this road out to here at all. I mean, miles. No houses. These are not people doing this. And we also found a bear track, right? You know, and these are not bear tracks.
Thomas is the real deal. If you guys know him, and I'm now with him and know him, and my goodness.
And definitely not my track. See, you can see my boot track, and you can see the grooves in my boot. You don't have it in these. All right, or we want going around and see what else we can find. All right.